Welcome to Psychology at Work. I'm Dr. Paul Brewerton, otherwise known as the Strengths Guy. As a doctor of psychology and the founder and chair of Strengthscope, I'm here to share my insights with you. Tune in for a regular dose of positive, strengths-based content. My podcasts are packed full of tips and tools designed to enhance your world of work. Ready to dive into the good stuff in this episode? Then let's go. Today's organisations and teams need to be more agile than ever. With the rise of AI, the workforce is being asked to change and restructure at a high pace. Many projects and initiatives require cross-functional collaboration, and that means that people need to lead and team through influence, without hierarchy or line of authority. Many of our clients tell us about the challenges that this brings, the constant need to bring together new groups of people, quickly help them to establish a purpose and goals, support them to deliver to those goals, and then when the project's over, disband the team and make space for the next one. Many workers will be part of more than one team, creating even more complexity, particularly when team goals are competing for attention. It is no surprise then that a lack of engagement, a lack of accountability, and ultimately individual and team performance issues can show up in these projects. So how then should today's organizations and leaders navigate this challenging context? Well, at Strengthscope, our approach to team development supports teams on a journey towards effectiveness with our Strengthscope team tool assessing behaviors across 5 developmental stages. The first is providing clarity of goals, roles, and responsibilities for the team. The second is awareness of where the team's strengths and performance risks lie so that the team can quickly build genuine human connections. Third, taking action so that team members can draw on each other's strengths and ideas to reach clear decisions. Fourth, developing agility to deal positively and proactively with change. And then finally, the 5th stage is celebrating the team's achievements and taking action to review and stretch performance. For each of these stages to be completed, a team needs to build a specific set of habits. Looking at our most recent research findings, we used a sample of over 1,500 team members sampled across a variety of industries, functions, and countries over the past year. It appears that there are 3 team habits that the most effective teams always report as being in place. And they are, firstly, that the team's purpose is clear, meaningful, and understood by all team members. Second, that the team has clear, measurable goals and implementation plans to achieve its purpose. And third, that the team is clear on each member's role and expected contribution to the team's goals. Now, all 3 of these team habits come from the first developmental stage, clarity, and they provide a clear framework for any team wishing to achieve high levels of performance, including fast-moving project or task teams. So our first piece of advice is to make sure that any new team is super clear on their purpose, their goals, and the roles within the team, and keep these under review as the team and the project develops. We also know from our research findings that teams start from a default position of trust. The highest rated team habits across our sample are team members being able to share their ideas and views openly and honestly at team meetings, and secondly, team members feeling that they can rely on each other for help and support to get the job done. Now, this is a real positive. What we're saying is that in most teams, the default approach that team members take is to voice their views openly and assume that their colleagues will support them to complete their tasks. So as long as purpose, goals, and roles are clear, the team will be comfortable moving to our second stage of team development, awareness, trusting that their colleagues will show up openly and authentically and will have their backs. Now, in strengths-based organizations where the strengths approach is common, it's easier to build rapport, relationships, and trust when a new project team is formed. That's because the strengths language is universal and shared across everyone. It connects people and it forms a basis for communication and effective collaboration. And that translates into creating genuinely connected teams who understand each other's very human qualities, their strengths and their performance risks. And that's from the outset, therefore increasing the chances of them delivering a high quality output first time. There's another area that's super interesting to explore with strengths when considering how to set up a project or a task team for success, and it's whether you have the right balance and blend of strengths within the team. Now, it all depends on the team's purpose and goals, but there are 2 things that we know. First, a team that is aware of its strengths and performance risks is better able to navigate a project nimbly and responsively. And second, certain strengths may be more beneficial in certain team contexts. So, for example, say you're working in an engineering organization and you need to develop a new product. Now, you're likely going to need a good chunk of execution strengths to get things done, as well as some relational strengths to make sure you're consulting and collaborating with stakeholders inside and outside the team. And you're going to need some thinking strengths to problem solve and to specify a quality end product. For a new project team, finding individual team members who can bring a solid blend of the right strengths is a good start, but it's helping the team become aware of who brings which strengths and where individual and team performance risks may lie and how they prefer to use them that provides the basis for genuine team support, as well as performance enhancing feedback, both on the positive and on the negative. And we know that giving feedback to each other is amongst the lowest rated of all the team habits, but that it is essential to effective team performance. Say our product development team has an overrepresentation of results focus and initiative strengths. Now, if the team isn't aware of those risks and the strengths go into overdrive, then there's a chance that the product developed will be available super quickly, but it may not be to the correct specification because not enough consideration has been given to stakeholders' needs. And so most of the energy has gone into executing and not enough into consultation and planning. But when the team becomes conscious of this, they can make choices about who does what and when to make sure that there's enough stakeholder input and that the specification is on point. So much of team effectiveness and agility comes down to what each team member brings to the team individually, as well as how the team dynamic works collectively. Teams that take that knowledge from unconscious to conscious are best placed to deliver on their objectives, and they will have more fun and have more energy while doing it. We recommend using Strengthscope Team at the beginning of each project, where the team is being formed and roles and responsibilities are being clarified. At Strengthscope, we offer this to organizations as a core part of our subscription model, and it's unlimited. It's ready to be used whenever there is a new project team. If you'd like to have a chat about this, let us know because we love a chat. Till next time, stay strong.